Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use liquid latex specifically for mold making. Okay, so first off you're going to need the object in which you want to make a mold of. I'm just using a plastic lid for this tutorial. I'm also using a liquid latex from Polycraft, but you can use whichever brand that you've got available. I'm going to be decantering the latex into a different container just to make it a lot easier to apply to the object. I am doing it on my studio floor, which is a lino, so it's easy to get back up, but if you've got a porous floor, a carpet, or anything like that in your workspace, you're going to want to put some plastic sheeting down or something to protect the floor. Once you've got that decanted, you're going to need an old brush, because the brush will get ruined, and you're going to want to build up several very thin layers of latex that have been unthickened. You're not going to thicken it yet, we'll thicken it later on. But just apply very, very thin coats and try not to go over the same area more than once, because otherwise that can damage the surface and then you can create air bubbles inside the mold. Also, you're going to want a large outer kind of ring, I think they call it a flange or something, prevents any air bubbles coming up through into the mold, and that'll ruin it. So make sure you've got this nice kind of round area, and you're going to want to wait a couple of hours, maybe a few hours, for that to dry and apply your next layer and your next layer. Okay, so now that you've built up the layers of latex on your mold, you're going to now want to thicken the latex. I'm using a Polycraft gel thickener. It does come in a liquid or powder form as well. You just want to add as much as you want and stir it, keep stirring it until it gets a kind of thick, custard-like consistency. I'm just using a little cake spatula because it can easily peel off again. Once you've got your latex thickened, you can now again start to apply thin coats to the mold. You just again want to start with a very thin coat and add multiple layers, getting thicker each time. You can, once you've got about 2 or 3 coats, you can really start to pile it on and it won't affect the inside of the mold. Now it's the exciting time to peel off the latex from the surface that you're working on, and this is the moment where you find out if your mold's worked or whether it hasn't. Sometimes you have to wait till the very last minute to see if it has been successful or not, and hopefully it has. So you're just going to peel it up, and then you want to pop the object out. Certain objects might need Vaseline or talcum powder to help it come out, and you would need to apply that beforehand. But if you're using an object with a glossy, very smooth surface, you shouldn't have any issues at all. I didn't. and then you've got your mould. Okay guys, and here's the mould. Bit of a closer look for you. If you can see inside, and you can kind of feel around as well, that there aren't any kind of discrepancies or any bumps or lumps. If there are, that means that they will show up on your finished product. So you do want to aim for quite a smooth surface. And the one reason I like latex is because it's so versatile. Although silicone will last a lot longer, it is a lot more expensive, and I find it harder to use. Latex is super easy to use. It's not labour intensive. It does take a long time to get your mould due to all the layers, but it takes no time at all actually physically doing it. And the best thing is you can cut and pierce latex, so you can kind of do like a ton of things with it, and just experiment and have a play around. See, I've just cut that kind of excess bit off there, and then there you go, a nice simple mould. Definitely easy, user friendly, not hard, cheap. It's not too expensive. What I will do is I'll drop some information down below, a step-by-step guide on how to use latex, but I'll also include some products, so where I get my latex and my latex thickener, so you can have a go and just play around with it, you know, have fun, experiment. What I like to do is I like to push what latex can do. You can also use latex in actual artwork. I'll put some images somewhere here of some of the artwork that I've created just using latex. And if you do have any questions or anything that I haven't been clear on, then leave me a comment down below and I'll get back to you the best I can. Subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Oh shit. Right. Oh. What are you doing in here? Come on. Come here then. Come here then. Oh. Oh. This is able. This is why I end up having to retake a lot of the stuff, because you're noisy, aren't you? Noisy. Say hello. What? What's that, Abel? You want everyone to subscribe to my channel? What a great idea. Well, you heard it from Abel first. Mwah.